Mike Jones here with Ken's. It is April already. We have an awesome show for you. My brother Kenny and I on Ken's Stereo Junction, one in Macon and one in Warner Robinson since 1978. We've been doing what? Serving you, and we're so grateful to do that. Let's get inside and check it all out.
Bill George's #1 sight and sound source. Go to Ken's.
All right, in the world, you know, we do right now in this season when we start doing slingshots, which you saw on the last show, we start doing golf carts, we're doing all kind of custom outdoor side-by-sides and stuff like that. This company, DS18, is very, very good in what they do. Check this out. This is a 10-inch full range. This is a super tweeter, so 10-inch full range that you can do. We put this a lot in the slingshots because why? It's completely weatherproof. $229 a piece, and look at the size. How many 10-inch two-ways have you ever even seen in your life? It comes in a 10-inch, it comes in an 8-inch, and it comes in a 6-inch, and again, completely waterproof. The blessing is it takes a tremendous amount of power. So when you look at a speaker like this, which is a 6.5-inch with the super tweeter built into it, this is in our custom truck, which I'm gonna take you to in just a second. We've done this truck for this gentleman, and it is just about done. I'm hoping it's gonna make this show, but this is one of the primary mids and highs, plus a lot of other speakers and a tremendous amount. It's one of the biggest builds I've ever seen in my life. So understand that DS18 is a great brand, and they come in all shapes and sizes, including a 10-inch two-way that is waterproof. We have them in our Macon and our Warner Robins location. So when you come in, now if you want to do it yourself, we obviously have it all in stock. But if you want to do custom, our boys in the back, I'm telling you what, if you can dream it, you're fixing to see it here in just a second. Check out this truck. This install is absolutely, well, just see for yourself. Awesome. All right, this is a 2022 Ram 3500 heavy duty truck. We know what these are and we know what they do. Now, everybody that buys these, I say everybody, not everybody, but most people that buy these are genuinely work trucks. They pull down houses and airplanes and giant boats and everything you want to do with that. But this gentleman came in and said, I have all of this room and I want the biggest sound system that can be done in this vehicle. That's important to know what I just said. The biggest sound system that I can put in this vehicle and still have room to drive me and my significant other with me. So I need 2 chairs and the rest is all yours. So you got with the Brainiacs with Austin and Chris. Chris is our lead installer, and this is totally beyond your imagination until we see this. So here we go, starting on the front doors. I'm gonna pull this open. There's where it all starts. So these are custom built door panels. So you have 4 of these 8-inch two-way DS18s, plus you see the LED super horns up here in the top. Here is the rear door, and this is where the magic begins. Now, here we are with 3 more of the 8-inch two-ways, another 8-inch two-way there, for a total, and we'll have that up in a minute, of 22, that's right, I said 22 8-inch two-way drivers, 4 super horns, and we're gonna see the Sundown Super 15s here in just a second. It's power, you have to have a ton of power, and we have 4,000 watts of sound cubed amplifiers on highs, and we have 12,000 watts on bass. Now, this is the biggest and baddest sound system I have heard at this point that can fit in a truck like this. I'm talking about beyond even my wildest imagination, and I dream big. I'm gonna let you go in that door so you can see the box, and you'll see the custom enclosure. This is a custom enclosure that took about 30 or 40 hours to assemble just the box, and you can see that it display, it'll actually change colors. I can choose any color I want that to be. Look at the rest of the drivers down here in the bottom of the box, and I can make this anything I want it to look like. As you see, it's changing through, and I can actually put it on auto and it move. Look at the custom detail that matches the leather trim inside this Ram vehicle, and all of the ridges and all of the carpet look just like the factory carpet. Even the factory vinyl matches the factory vinyl up on the dash. It just all comes together. This is a tremendous amount. Now, alternator-wise, the factory alternator was 370 amps of current. We did not have to change that, but you still had to have something to charge all those batteries. Now, again, 22 8-inch two-way drivers, 4 super horns, 4 Sundown 15s, and 16,000 watts. Now, I'm gonna hit the lights now. I want you to see how all this lights up. Here's where our lights out, and you can see how the door panels light up. You can look and see the floor lights up if you come around here, and then you definitely want to see that box as it goes through all of its colors to show what it's doing. It is just absolutely amazing. And folks, let me tell you, if it is custom, that is absolute custom. All right, we're inside the beast, 16,000 watts. I am letting you know, like I said, I've done this my entire life. It is unbelievable amount of highs and mids and bass, and I hope you can get some of it through here. And the blessing of this is when we started playing this thing loud, the people across Mercer were coming over here from a building across the street to say, what is all of that volume? So here we go with the play. Okay. Oh my gosh. There's no way you can understand that. I'm going to actually make sure you get you a cutaway of the windshield. The windshield moves in and out about 2 or 3 inches. Oh my gosh, that is numbing to what this is. I hope you get to sit in this in the future and get an idea what this will do. And I'm letting you know right now, you've got to get into the making in the Warner Robins store, because I'm letting you know if you can dream it, and I've said this 100 times, this was a dream. And here we are 2 to 3 months of a project later, and this is the biggest and the baddest that I have heard. Absolutely spot on. Best brands, huge power, great installation, and Ken's. This is what we do. All right, the idea behind this is to make sure that the bad guys knows that they are being recorded. We are at Heart of Gypsy. It's a boutique in Macon, Georgia, off of Bass Road. I'll get to how wonderful they are in just a minute, but I want to get you an idea of the reason we place cameras the way we do. The idea behind these cameras is they have a 138-degree field of view. They have a day and night filter and audio and video. So if you flip, the idea behind this is I've got a driveway here. So the idea is somebody comes down the driveway, I need to be able to see this footprint very, very clearly. If you'll look down this other end down here, I've got another one. The reason that we put 2 out here at Heart of Gypsy Boutique in Macon is I need to split the difference. The idea is most of Bibb County and Houston County, Montgomery County tell us they want multiple views of the bad guy. Keep following me this way. I've got a camera right here above the back door to the boutique. So the blessing of that is now I can get the blessing. If I come out this door at nighttime and I want to see what's going on, this peephole is wonderful, but that camera sees 125 feet that way at 138-degree web, and I've got audio and video. Another blessing is if somebody's coming to work and the door is locked, I can see them drive up to let them in safely to know what's going on. If you're going, wow, is there that much going on with crime? Yes. Welcome to 2024. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of crazy folks out there right now, and you need to be able to get all of that recorded. So now I'm gonna take you inside the showroom at Heart of Gypsy Boutique to show, well, I need to show you the boutique, number one. Number two, to show you that we got them all locked and loaded. Awesome. All righty, come on in here. All right, so inside Heart of Gypsy Boutique, we're in Macon, Georgia, and let me say this before I show you the other product. I bring my daughter and my wife in here. This place is amazing. I went crazy in here at Christmas time, and we just came in a couple of weeks ago. They just have the most unique of everything and anything. If you go onto the social media, you'll be able to find them. They have a store in Macon, and they have a store in Warner Robins, so you can be able to shop both ways. Heart of Gypsy Boutique is for girls, very obviously based on all the colors behind me. Now, in the world of cameras, here we go again. You've got a cutaway of this camera here, and again, this is to have a cross view. The blessing of that is you'll see another camera way down here, and the idea behind that is now I've got a way to see a cross view of my inventory, liability, everything that's going on with employees, anything you want to see, and then I have another camera there. The idea behind this camera is this sees the money, this sees interactions. This allows us to have a grid pulled up, and the grid allows me to click, and then I'll be able to see my entire grid. So I know what's going on outside, and it just keeps it really nice and simple to make sure everything works. So if I hit my grid here, I can do it here, and I can do anything I want. See, right here, there's us, right? That's nice. And this, again, all is live. This thing is recording 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you got safety, you got the security side of it, and you have the on-site service, which is what we've been doing since 1978. Heart of Gypsy Boutique in Macon. This place is amazing. You got to check it out, Macon and Warner Robins. This is what we do. All right, you're looking at that word. That's my favorite word at the Ken's, is that's the tech support. Tech support is so very important to us since 1978. What tech support means to you is that I have actual human beings, not actual AI robots. I have actual human beings that repair products that are either bought from us or weren't bought from us. And the idea behind that is we are Sony certified, we're Yamaha certified, we're Klipsch certified, we're Pioneer certified. In other words, we don't carry a brand that we can't take apart to make sure that we can be of service to you. I even had somebody say the other day, well, if my TV goes bad, I'll just buy another TV. Well, why would you keep buying an $800 TV over and over and over again when you have a tech support place that will take care of that? Now, the blessing of this is we carry Sony, we carry Samsung, and some LG. Samsung 2024 models are, by the time you're watching this, they're already out, which is super, super nice. Sony's 2024 models are just now starting to hit with their mini LED and their LED. And if all that sounds like Greek to you, that's why you come in and talk to us, because we love and eat and breathe this stuff. So when it comes to this, all the TVs are going to be smart. They're going to be anywhere from, you'll see down there, a 32-inch, and then you'll come this way and you'll go all the way up to the 55, 65, 75, 85, and of course, I spent a lot of time with you on this 98-inch Sony, which I think is one of the absolute best televisions on the market today, period. And it is obviously gigantically sized. We've talked about that. Now, it is the good time, April, with the weather getting better and the sunshine coming out and all that. We do a lot of swimming pool systems. We do a lot of outdoor 2-channel type systems. We do a lot of outdoor porches with TVs and all that. And my son, Cooper, is finishing up on one right now. You need to see this. This is awesome. Cooper, take it away.
Oh, hey there. Cooper with Ken Stereo. So I was about to take a dip in the pool. Let me show you what we installed today. Follow me, follow me. We're out here, Kathleen, Georgia. We got an awesome porch here, 65-inch Sony. Beautiful picture. You got the Sonos soundbar below it. That way you have amazing sound, but still able to control it all from your smart device. Now you may be wondering, does that look a little off the wall? It is. Let me show you. Let's say you got March Madness on, NFL games, whatever you're thinking about watching, but you want to sit in the hot tub while you're watching, we got you covered. We can turn it out, we can pull it out, whatever you want to do. We got the whole shebang right here. Now come outside, follow me. We actually were able to install a Wi-Fi system outside. It's called an access point. That way, when you're out here, you don't lose that signal. You got spotty music going on, and that's what that white box is right there. That makes it where if I'm down there at the fence, I still get 3 bars of service. If I'm chilling by the fire pit, whatever I want to do, I can still access everything right here on my phone. As you can see, this is Sonos. This is smart home control. This allows us to be outside, away from equipment, chilling in the hot tub again, or taking a dip in the pool, and be able to control all music, anything you want. Go ahead and listen to these speakers we put in. Bada bing, bada boom. This is what we do.
All right, in our Macon and Warner Robins location, we have these audio-video displays where you can come in, and we've talked about this month to month to month to month, and the idea behind that is you can come in and listen to speakers, which you see we have an entire wall of. You can listen to amplifiers, which we have a wall of, or you can choose a radio depending on if your vehicle will allow a radio. Now, just as a side note, if your car is a car that cannot take a radio, like some of the Lexus and some of the Mercedes and all that, we carry a processor that allows you to plug into the factory radio and turn it into something that sounds like that mama right there, so you can get the good sound quality if you have one of those screens that you just can't remove. Now, in the world of speakers, very rare in the world of speakers can you not replace the speakers, which is why it's always important that if you really want to jam, and I'm going to give you some great examples with some vehicles that we're doing. Now, in this arena, you're going to find speakers that'll be anywhere from $100, which is going to be some of the new stuff from Audio Control and Alpine and Pioneer. But then this is a new series by Alpine called Status. This is the #1 speaker they made. Look at the quality of this driver. They do require an amplifier to make it work. They're suggesting anywhere from 50 to 150 watts per speaker. They come in a 6-inch with a tweeter built on like this, and they come in a component set with a tweeter is separate. Now, I'm going to give you a little sound demo. I don't even know how well it come through, but I am letting you know they have knocked this out of the park. Listen to this quality and clarity. It's just nuts. And I'm just playing just the speakers right now. That is, I mean, it is important for me to let you know that being played out of that in this big giant room through my microphone on my shirt, and it sounds like that is just incredible. So yes, that's the top end of the spectrum, anywhere from $599 to $750 for a pair. But again, you can spend $139 on a pair of coax, $149 on a pair of coax. So depending on what your budget is, come in here, let's play your music and pick what fits in your vehicle. It's so nice. Now, in vehicles that come with funky size speakers like Corvettes and some of the Ram trucks and some of the Tundras, they make brackets to make it fit in there. Well, we don't have to do anything but use the factory screws, and we plug into the factory harness. Nothing is cut or modified, so if you ever sell it, you can go back to stock, which I think is super cool. Now, looking in the realm of this, when it comes to radios, you know, we sell a lot of the double DINs like this. We sell a lot of the single DINs, which means that's the size of the radio, double DIN and single DIN. We sell a lot of the touch screens, but I want to show you this. It's very, very cool. Alpine's new radio called the 670. We talked about it last month, but it's cool. And what you're seeing right now is what they call their Lightning Link. And it's cool because you can connect their radio, which is a touch screen with CarPlay. You can plug it in here. It has a 200 watt amp. But check this out. This is their new subwoofer. And watch this. When I go up here, I can tap red, and look, these new subwoofer boxes by Alpine are superb. So in the world of touchscreen radios, a couple of $100 all the way up to something big like this, which is the big floating 10, which is $13.99. But just come in and just kind of find what you want to do. If budget is the issue, then we have a 4-month layaway. We have a no credit check financing, or a with credit check financing. If your credit's really good, that'll give you anywhere from 3 months, 6 months, to even 12 months, 0%, and in certain situations, depending on the package and stuff like that. So brand-wise, we got you covered. Installation-wise, we got you covered. Service, we got you covered. And just as, here's the blessing, what? It's in stock. I am constantly sitting with our folks and loading this inventory up so that we can serve you the best we can possibly serve you. So make it in Warner Robins. It's time to get, look, here, the weather is so good. Don't you just want to get out there, turn it up to 11 and let it rock? This is what we do. All right, in the world of no echo, if that sounds right. You know, for car audio, we do a lot of Dynamat. That's that liner that goes in when we strip the vehicle down. It goes metal to metal or into the headliner, and it keeps the rattles out, but it keeps the bass in. Very important. In the world of churches and government buildings and your home theaters, when you have echo, to give you an example, when we did this room, all we had was these carpet and the hard floors. And when you would clap your hands, and when I would clap this, it would echo for 3 full seconds in this little bitty room right here. And then we put these sound panels in, and the idea behind this is these are custom built by a company called Acoustimat, and they build them in any color and any size. This is a 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 inch, but they come in all shapes and sizes and custom. We can do logos on and all kind of stuff. The idea is, that's why when I hit it, it's dead like that. The idea is to keep the sound in and to keep the echo out, because a lot of people don't realize when all that echo's out there, it's a headache to you. Now, speaking of sound panels, my son Cooper is in Butler, Georgia right now at Bethel, and we are doing they have a kind of a youth type sanctuary that's also a Bible study room for them. That was all hard surfaces. So I'm gonna take it over there. Check this out. It is perfect.
Hey y'all, Cooper with Ken Stereo here. We're out here at Bethel Church of Butler, Georgia. Let me show you what we're doing. Over here we got sound panels. You can see we got a big room here. This is actually the kids' room in this church, and as you know, kids love to scream. They love to shout. But it also can give you a headache if it's too much, especially in a room that echoes and echoes and echoes. You can hear it right here. We still got that echo, but we got already half the room done. If that gives you an idea on how loud this room really was. Now look over here, you see we got a lot left to do. We got a bunch of sound panels. We actually got 11 going up on this wall here. That way you can delete the sound, delete the migraines. I'll get back to you in a minute when we finish up. What a day this was. Look around you. Look at all these sound panels. 11 on this side. On the shorter side over there, we got 9. This is absolutely amazing. Listen to the absolute just stop of sound when we clap. Just immediate stop. And you can be thinking, maybe I need this in my room. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'd love a second opinion. That's why we come to you for absolutely free estimates. My dad's phone number is right here, Michael Jones. You give him a call. We come to you absolutely free. We can do this in any color. We can get it custom engraved if that's what you want at your church, home, whatever you want to do, we can do it. Bada bing, bada boom. This is what we do.
Isn't that nice? Now that was 20 panels. We had 2 bids, one for 20 panels and one for 40 panels. And I said, why don't we start with the 20? And it made such a gigantic difference that if he wants to add the others later, we have that option. And where they learned about that from at Bethel and Butler was we did their sanctuary walls to get all of the echo out. So that's what part of it. And a lot of times we'll do these in courtroom also because the ceiling heights are so tall. Speaking of courtrooms, we have done a lot of courtrooms. I'm so very grateful to serve our Bibb, Monroe and Houston County, and then up into Jackson, Georgia, and getting their courtrooms in place technology-wise. But you do have to steer that stuff and do right, and the technology has to be spot on and very easy to use to make sure people will enjoy it and do the business doing right by our community. So check out Bibb County Courtroom. Wonderful. All right, when we do a courtroom, which we do a lot of courtrooms, that, you know, since we went through what we went through with COVID, you know, we had to have a way to do team rooms or Zoom rooms, do conference calls, whether it be with inmates or with attorneys, because not everybody was present. So now in the present day world, you have to have a way to do digital sound, which we did, digital video, which we did, digital microphones, which we have, and still a way to do a team or Zoom type video conference call, and all of that being controlled from a tablet or a touch screen and a computer. So first of all, let's get to the cameras. We have a robotic camera there. We have another robotic camera right behind us here. And these are PTZ Optics cameras that allows you to zoom in, zoom out. They do rotate back and forth, and they come with a remote control, and you can do presets that allows you to see certain things. The reason we have 2 views is one is to be able to see attorneys, the other is to be able to see a judge in case he's just doing a Zoom like with an inmate or something like that. And the blessing of this is we have digital video. So with the digital video, we're going to have flat panels here and over there. The one over there is for the jury. Over here is for the rest of this room. This will allow us, as you see, to put a file up, like a PDF file, or to open up like an evidence file, which is nice, which we just did another courtroom in Bibb County with motorized screen and laser pointers and all that. We'll get to that next month. I just want to show you this because this is a brand new one for them. This will also allow me to pull up my camera. So let's say I am having a Zoom. Here we are, the Zoom meeting. As you see, I can see the room, and it allows me to do different things. There's the judge right there. And so now we're seeing just the judge if we have a single, and we can do dual play. So we can have this with evidence being shown, and this with the judge doing what the judge do, and then we can flip it right back over and go into our evidence if we choose. See, it's so nice and so simple. Now, come this way. We did microphones. So the fact that this is an older building, you have to have a way to do a microphone, what they call a stem mic like this, but these are actually wireless. They can sit on the table, and they can be removed when they're done with it. We also have handheld mics, and these are the best. These are called Shure SLX, and this allows us to have the proper sound throughout, and it allows them to still to be able to record when court is in session. You can follow me this way, and then if you'll come right up here, this is kind of where the magic happens, if you will. As you can see, you've got a tablet. This tablet allows us to have full control over the video. So I can change my sources, and it's all full touchscreen. All of the monitors, the TV monitors, are controlled by this tablet. It is fantastic. This tablet also allows us, as you see it's changing sources now, it allows us to control sound. And then you have a monitor here that shows what the cameras see. There's our sound. Let this come up. See how my voice is moving. It allows me to turn it up and turn it down. It allows you to fine tune every single microphone separately. But it also allows the judge or whoever's in control to preset tune this so nobody can goof with it. Keep coming with me here. So then we have another flat panel here, and this flat panel is so these folks can see everything that's being presented from an evidence standpoint. So if I'm in the jury, I have a way to look here. If I'm out there, then I have a way to look there. Now, come this way. When you get into here a bunch of, this is called the hot seat. I don't want to be in this seat. I'll just go ahead and say that right now. We have a monitor there that pulls in and pulls out. So I've got an articulating arm here that allows me to tilt this towards me. And that way, if they're having to see evidence, they have a monitor there, but I've got a bird's eye view. And the blessing of this is he can put something on this that's not on those. It was specifically for somebody that's in the witness stand. He can change this to anything he wants, or he can see the same thing in all of the monitors. Now, what you're hearing, this amazing, magnificent, crystal clear sound, is because we have what they call 2x2 tiles. I'm gonna look right above your head here. And those allow us to have a speaker when you have a drop tile grid like this. But look at this. Zero feedback with a microphone this close to the speakers, which is very difficult to do when you have what they call electromagnetic field 2x2 tile. It actually has a polarizer built into it. They're like wrapped in this foil that keeps the feedback out. So we have those throughout the courtroom. So you got robotic cameras for streaming, you got digital sound, digital microphones, a way to record every session, full control from the iPad that controls sound and video, flat panels on all ends. Now this is a turnkey. We did this when this was literally not, this was like an office with a bunch of storage stuff in. At the end of the day, the judge says it's got to be functional, check. I got to be able to get it serviced, check. It's got to be able to do outside and inside technology. It means I need to be able to do outside conference calls and inside a courtroom. And this is exactly what we've done. Bibb County Courthouse, best brands in the business, and Ken's. This is what we do. As you see, when you do a courtroom, it's a lot like a church, except all the controls are in the front, if that makes sense. I mean, you have an audience, which can be a congregation, right? You have a judge, which could be a pastor. You have sound, you have video. You have to have a way to direct it and a way to control it, and that is where we come in. Now, the way that they differ is in the amount of power, the type of control tablet, the type of matrix. There's so much, and if that sounds like Greek, there's my phone number. I will come to you regardless of that venue, and we will get that stuff steered and in the right way. And we back it by our on-site training. That's a big deal. So at Bibb County, they get unlimited training. Matter of fact, we did our 6th training with them just this week. And the idea behind that is not because they need 6 training. It's because we want them to use every ounce of what they've purchased to make sure they get the most out of it for their dollar. Same way in the church world. We will come out so many times in a big church, people will come out and they'll change people that are running the AV. Well, guess what? We'll come back out and do all that training at no charge. Again, there's my phone number. The idea behind this is I will design the system, we will install the system, and we will service the system. This is what we do. Thank you so much. I thank you for being a part of our infomercial. It goes by like that, doesn't it? Because you guys have just employed us to do so much. And the fact is that the guys and girls that work for us are so very smart and so very genius. And I remember our father saying a long time ago, you got to hire people smarter than you, which I have successfully done that 24 times here over this year. So it's done very, very good. Now, putting this out there, I want you to follow us on our social media. Very big part of who we are. We have Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and we're constantly putting different specials and just cool ideas that you guys have given us. So that way you can think outside of the box when we get to do an installation, whether it be 12 volt being car audio and side by side, or whether it be a home theater or courtrooms or full HD security cameras or all those things. I mean, this is what we do to serve you, and we are so grateful. We will never ever take that for granted. So in the world of it, there's my phone number and my brother's number. My brother Kenny is my partner here, my best friend as well. And we want to know what we're doing good. We want to know if we make a mistake. So if we do make a mistake, please shoot us a text and call us. And so oftentimes people are tempted just to go straight to social media. And I just beg of you, and I pray, it takes so much to make things happen right. And if we goof, we want to know we goof, but we just at least want an opportunity to make it right. If you'll just give me that, I will be so very grateful for that. At the end of every show, most of y'all all watch the scripture, and then it usually goes to some type of blooper. There's plenty of those, and I thank you for always talking about those as well. But the scripture part of it, I want to give you the meat of this, because we just come out of Easter, and it's important to get dialed in, because a lot of people go to church at Easter and Christmas. If that's who you are, I love it. Just get to church. I love it. A lot of people are in church every single Sunday. I, being a pastor, that's who I am. But I just want you to remember this. In Proverbs 3 verse 5, it says, do not lean on your own understanding. Basically, it says, trust in the Lord and do not lean on your own understanding. When I was young, I went to a military academy. And I had this colonel that was constantly on me. Discipline, 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 discipline. He was already on me. And the reason I listened to him is he was more disciplined than me. He was smarter than me. And I knew that he had my interest in his back. In other words, he wanted me to be better at what I could do. A better soldier, a better man, more integrity, more charismatic. So I listened to him because that was that. That's why God says, don't try to do it on your own. He said, I'm God and I'm God Almighty. I'm the creator. And he says, I not only want you to be able to overcome, but I want to prosper you. He said, I don't want you to be sustained. I want you to prosper and overcome. He wants the best for me, and he wants the best for you. And that is the truth. Come see us at Ken's and make it in one life. Slow it down. Just take it easy. Take it easy. All right, ready? It's April, and what are we doing? Here, we're going to hit our lights here in just a second. You have to hit the lights. That was a cutaway blooper. Sony 35-inch Trinitron in stock.